friends. Welcome back for another week of some instruction on how to do something cool on your computers by me, Mrs. Helm, the librarian. And this week we're going to talk about accessing audiobooks. I am a huge audiobook fan. I think they are amazing at activating our brains in the same way that reading does. And yet, we don't have to actually have the words on the page in front of us. Um, Reading an audiobook wakes up your imagination. But what's funny is that you can actually be doing something different with your hands. Like for example, I like to do lots of things while I listen to audiobooks. Sometimes I drive, which I would not suggest you guys doing at all. So don't do that. But you could ride in the car. But in particular, if you have your Chromebook, you can listen to an audiobook from your Chromebook, either with just the audio of your Chromebook, or you could plug in some earphones or some earbuds or something like that to listen. And you can do that while coloring, for example. Some of my kids do that at our house. They color while they listen to an audiobook, or one of my daughters folds origami. Sometimes we turn it on loud out in the kitchen and you can cook or wash some dishes or clean up your room while you're listening to the audiobook playing on your Chromebook. So those are just some ideas, and I really want to encourage you and challenge you to access an audiobook, even a short one, or maybe just start one this week, so that you can start allowing your imagination to work and giving your eyes a break from having to read on a screen, which I think will be super helpful for you guys. So let me tell you about 3 ways that we can access audiobooks, and they're all going to be on our library webpage. If you do not have a bookmark yet, and I don't mean like a physical one, I mean like a bookmark on your screen, in your bookmarks bar at the top of your Chrome app here on your Chromebook, then let me show you quickly how to do that. So, for example, let me switch screen here and show you that, let's say you're in our Bitmoji classroom right here. Okay, so from here, down here at the bottom, I have a little button out here to say library website. And so all you got to do is click on this to get to our library website. The other way you can do it is from Google Classroom. Right here, I consistently post, when we post on Google Classroom, the link to our library webpage. So either one of those ways will get you to our library webpage. And from here, we can access some audiobook options. So the first one that I want to tell you about is my favorite, which is Hoopla. Okay, but there is a trick with this one, and it requires a public library card. So a Lynchburg City public library card. Okay, if you do not have a library card, I'm going to talk a lot about this later, but I've also made a video for how to get a card. You don't actually have to have an actual physical card. All you need is a digital card to be able to access the audiobooks and other great things on Hoopla. So if I click on Hoopla, I'm going to show you that it takes me to this webpage by the Lynchburg Public Library, and it's going to require you to log in. Okay, mine is automatically logging me in, which is fine. But when you do that, you basically enter your library card number, which if you have a physical card, it's actually a number on the back of the card. And if you don't have one yet, then watch my video on how to get a library card. Okay, but quickly, what you'll do is you'll click on this button up here that says Kids when you get into Hoopla, and then you'll go to Browse. And the first thing that comes up is audiobooks, because Hoopla is the best for audiobooks. So let me show you how you can access it. They have a ton of great titles, okay? So you can see some right here, and they're like lots of different kinds of books. Some of them are like picture books, and a lot of them are longer chapter books. So the one I thought that looked really interesting was this one here, the I Survived the California Wildfire. If you haven't seen these I Survived books, they're kind of they're fictionalized stories about kids in these challenging circumstances. A lot of them in the past, but this one kind of more like now. So when you click on it, it's going to pull it up for you. And then all you have to do is push this button here that says borrow. Okay. So when you borrow this book, it will allow you to listen to it, and it will pull it down onto your Chromebook so that you can access it all the time. It is fantastic. You get 4 checkouts a month on Hoopla. So when you're done with 4, you can't check out anymore until the next month flips over, which would be like October the 1st in our case. And then you can get 4 more next month. It's wonderful. So that's one way. Another way from our website that you can access audiobooks, and I'll scroll down to show you, is on Epic. Most of you guys have probably accessed Epic before. I'm just going to take you quickly to Epic. And when you have logged in to Epic, you can see on this top tab up here, there are lots of options, and one of them is audiobooks. When you click on audiobooks, it will bring up a bunch of audiobooks. And one of the things it will ask you is you can explore by grade. But one of the best things about audiobooks is that it doesn't matter as much the grade level, because even if words are challenging in print, in audiobooks, it will help you understand those words with context, and it makes things like names that are hard to pronounce a lot easier to understand. And I think audiobooks give us greater access to books that we would love to read, but maybe are a little bit hard for us to read. So explore by whatever grade you're interested in, and then you can listen in the same way that we talked about before. Like, for example, this Wings of Fire Dragon Net Prophecy, if I click on that book, then it immediately starts without even having to do something. So Epic is great for audiobooks. And the last one I want to show you on our webpage is, scroll down just a little bit more, and we have this symbol right here. And this is the symbol for Audible, which is a Amazon product. And Audible has tons and tons, but most of them you have to buy. But what's really cool is right now they have about 120 that are free. So if you click on this Audible link, it will bring you to the Audible webpage, and I'll just pull that up for you quickly. And this has about 111 elementary books, and some of these are really, really good. So this is the same way, like you can pick a book that looks interesting, like this Guardians of Ga'Hoole book, and you can immediately click the button to start listening. So one important thing about audiobooks is that there are really good readers and there are sometimes not so good readers. So let me encourage you, don't give up if you don't like the reader of a particular book. Listen for a little bit, listen for a chapter. If you're just not into it, get rid of that book or put it aside and try a new one, because the reader makes a big difference. And I think that you'll find that there are excellent readers out there that really make a book come alive to you. And it's worth trying new ones if you haven't found one that you like yet. So please find an audiobook this week and listen to it. And I would love to hear back from you. So either in Google Classroom or a message, I would love to hear what you're listening to, and I'd love to talk to you about what you're enjoying right now. And maybe I'll even find a new audiobook that I love myself. So thank you so much. Have fun listening this week, and I hope you guys get a break from the screen for your eyes, and your hands can do something different while you listen to a new book.